what's going on, big dog? Thanks for clicking the link and welcome to the second episode of Grow With Me. If you haven't yet, please check out the first episode. This will get you back to where we are now. We are here with Jake Sorosiak and we're going to catch up where we were last week, see how his progress is going. Alright, Zach, last week we went over your personal goals and we're going to check in with you and see how far you've came on those personal goals. So what goal in the last week did you try to tackle and how have you gotten better at it?
Well, this week I've worked on my career. I submitted a couple resumes to my mom. She knows somebody in Cleveland, hopefully for a police job, so she told me to send in a couple resumes to her. I also applied to it a couple of different places like Cleveland Clinic and such.
Okay, so you've been focusing on that goal that you wanted to start your career and get a job. So last week and this week he focused on that specific goal. Remember how last week I said focus on one single test at a time? That's good that Zach did that. So he's focusing on getting his career, starting his job. Alright, so the first week we went over the mental habit of the week, which was positivity. So Zach had to eliminate the negative or take something negative and turn it into something positive. Zach, you had to give me 3 examples. What were those 3 examples that happened over the last week?
Well, the first example, Monday, we got really busy at work and everybody was being a little negative. They actually sent a couple people home early because they were being negative, and I just kind of stayed positive. I enjoyed talking to my tables, enjoyed, working, I guess, and I stayed positive and I made good money. The second one I had was another day at work. Actually, I had a rough day, and after me and my buddies just cooled off, we just played some video games, stayed positive about it. And the third one, this week has been pretty rough without a job. The last couple weeks have, so this week I just submitted some applications and submitted some resumes.
Awesome. Alright, and last week's spiritual habit was practicing thankfulness. So being thankful for what you have in the moment and not necessarily wanting more, but just being grateful for what you have in life right now. So I told Zach last week to give me 5 things that he was currently grateful for. Zach, what are those 5 things?
Well, first off, I would like to say I'm most grateful probably for my family, especially my brother. Second off, I would say always being happy. I feel like I'm one of the more happy people in life. I'm most of the time, I'm always happy. I'm usually never down. Third, I would like to say I'm grateful for my girlfriend and her family. Fourth, I'm grateful for becoming who I want to be and becoming closer to my goals every day, becoming a police officer. And fifth, I'm thankful for just being here another day. I know it's simple, but you never know when you're going to wake up and not be here.
Alright, and the last habit was a physical habit. I told Zach to send me a couple videos or pictures when he had something bad to choose and when he had something good to choose. He had to make the choice of what was right and what was wrong in accordance with his physical goals. So here's a couple videos for you guys. Alright, we're going to go right into this week's mental habit, which is confidence. Now, having a great deal of self-confidence is going to give you a greater sense of self-worth. It's going to bring you more happiness and enjoyment in your life, and it's going to give you more freedom from fear and anxiety. The more confident you are in your abilities to complete a task, the more likely it is for you to have the energy and motivation to act towards that task, and then obviously it's going to bring success your way. So it's important to realize that you're one of a kind and no one else is like you. Now there are gifts out there that are just for you, but to get those gifts, the first step is believing in yourself and having self-confidence in your abilities to do that. So start to practice self-talk. Tell yourself that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You are special and there's no one else like you in the world. So in any situation, if you work hard enough, you can achieve it. Alright, Zach, so next week I want you to practice having a 5-sentence speech you give to yourself every night in the mirror, and it's going to be a self-confidence talk, kind of like a little pep talk. So this speech should help you, make you feel good about yourself, and you don't need to be screaming it in the mirror, but you should be telling yourself and actually believe in what you say to yourself. So next week we'll get that speech from Zach and actually hear what he said to himself every night in the mirror. Alright, this week's spiritual goal is practicing forgiveness. Now I know forgiveness can be a very tough challenge for some people, and I understand that we all get hurt, and sometimes we feel that if we forgive someone, then why wouldn't they do it again? Or we think the person doesn't deserve our forgiveness. But we need to realize that most of the time when you hold a grudge against someone, you're really only hurting yourself. Forgiveness is good for your body, your relationships, and your place in the world. You know, it gives us growth as human beings and helps us empower ourselves with the ability to control our actions and our own thoughts. Alright, Zach, next week I want 3 examples of how you practice forgiveness towards other people. So it doesn't matter if you think you're in the right or the wrong, you're going to forgive them and move on. So we can get videos, we can get pictures, you can write down the situation, whatever you want to do, Zach. This week's physical goal is drinking more water. Now realize that our bodies are 60% water, so the benefits of drinking water are obvious and countless. To name a few, it relieves fatigue, enhances our moods, aids in weight loss, aids in building muscle, clears your skin. I can go on here forever. So it makes sense and why it's important to drink water to your overall health. Alright, this week's physical goal for Zach is just to drink more water. I want him to aim for 1 gallon every day. He's going to send me a video, picture, and he's going to record him drinking 1 gallon of water every day for the next week. He can record how he feels after, and I can guarantee you it'll make him feel better. Alright, big dogs, we're going to do 2 miles in under 18 minutes. We're going to come back, do some body weight exercises. Zach's going to start it off. I'll catch up to him because I'm a little bit quicker than him. So here we go. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, Zach, how's that?
Shut up, dude.
Suck, huh? 2 miles.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you want to stay.
Alright, big dog, thanks a lot for clicking the link. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I appreciate you guys taking the time. And please come back next week, check in on Zach's progress. Don't forget, shake it till you make it.
Celebrate.